Good morning and welcome to Parent Room. My name is Teacher Sheila here, and today I know normally I'm supposed to be teaching you some French, how to speak, some dictations and everything, but today I've got this topic that has been bugging me for quite some time, and I said, let's just address it. Let it be known out there that we as teachers, we don't only teach, we also guide students, we also guide parents, and also do a lot of things in the growth journey of our students and our children in general. Now, today I have a funny mood today, and that's because one of my brightest students just walked out of my office a few minutes ago, and she just decided that she wants to kill herself, and it got me thinking, why would she do that? She's perfect, she's bright, and she has a good financial backing, and she has both her parents, and she has everything that she wants. So what could be the problem with this child? And by doing that, I've been browsing through some resources, and I came up with a few things that I think are affecting our child nowadays, and it is our responsibilities as parents to look through these things and see what is the best way that we can be able to pull our child out of these day-to-day struggles that they have been undergoing through. Now, when you look at a child, there's one thing that all of us ought to remember. And what's that? That your child, your teenager, is actually a child who's trapped in an adult's body. And unless you're willing to bring up this teenager to those standards of an adult, so many things are going to go wrong. My God, you will be shocked at the things that can actually go wrong. When you go to social media platforms, when you look at mainstream television, when you look at what is going on with our teenagers out there, you get scared. Actually, you as a parent, you just start feeling incompetent to handle your teenage child or your students in a classroom. Now, when you say that your child is your teenager is a child that is trapped in an adult body, this is what we mean. That your teenager actually has the body of an adult, but the mind of a child. Which means she's gonna behave like a child, which means she's gonna do what children do. And what do children do? Children will always be susceptible to all sorts of advices, to all sorts of information that are being fed into them. That's why when you're bringing up your child, there are a number of things that they just pick up from the environment, from you, from wherever, and they start doing them. And sometimes you might be wondering, what happened? Why is my child, for example, using abusive language? But when you go in deeper, you'll find that they pick that from you, or they pick that from a neighbor, or they pick that maybe from a nanny or someone they've been close to. So that's the same thing that happens to our teenagers. Our teenagers will pick up things from the environments that they're in. And when they do that, it becomes very tricky, because the way they're going to sieve those things is according to how you have taught them, the value systems that you've installed in them, the beliefs that you've instilled in your children. They're going to sieve every information that comes in through those value systems. And that's why you'll find that when bad things are happening in your child's life, it's either one, you did not take the time to instill those values in yourself, and two, that these children have gone and found someone else who is willing to tell them other things, to give them other systems that they're running on, and most of the time those systems are not good. It's very hard to find someone out there who has the same good intention for your child as you do as a parent. So before your child, now comes out of childhood and gets into this stage where you don't have so much influence over their lives, it is your duty to ensure that they are well equipped to handle that particular stage of their lives. And by doing that, number one, You as a parent must be present in your child's life. Make sure that no matter how difficult life gets, you are the first influence in your child's life. Let them know what is good and what is bad. Let them see you doing things that are right. Let them see you making the right decisions when it comes to life in general, when it comes to money, when it comes to Christianity, when it comes to contentment with whatever you have. Let them learn it from you, so that when they go out there and they get all that funny influence, your value system will see them through everything that they're undergoing. Now, when you look at your child, there's some challenges that they're undergoing that are, disgusting in a way. Some of them, even you as a parent, will have been challenging to you. Things like alcoholism and drug abuse. I mean, how do you handle that? How do you go and stop and start telling your child not to take alcohol when everybody in the environment is doing that? When sometimes even one of the parents, is abusing those drugs, and they're making it look cool to your child or your immediate relatives, your family, friends, so many people. So it becomes so challenging to actually get your child not to do that. Now look at something else like premarital sex. Oh my goodness. Virginity. How are you going to start explaining that to your child? What are you going to tell your child so that they don't do those things? It is challenging. It's a big challenge as we are speaking right now. And where we stand, I honestly, I don't know how we are going to overcome that. Because you find that your child, with as early as grade 2, that is around 6-7 years, they already are exposed to those things. You go to mainstream television today and watch all those soap operas, the Alejandros and the Marias. They expose your child to that all the time. Even cartoons. All these things they're calling animations nowadays. You see them and you see that the content is made for children. And most of the time, you're busy. You don't go reviewing everything. So you just give them to your children. Only later to come and discover that there are so many obscene scenes in there that your child is learning from. That your child is actually getting exposed to at a very young age. And how the mind of a child works. With so much curiosity, they see, they want to do. Monkey see, monkey do. So before you know it, your child is exposed to sex and sexual activities that you yourself do not have control over. Then you come to wonder, what are you supposed to do about such things? And then we have these mental health issues that are coming up lately. Your child is going through stress. Your child is traumatized. Your child has gone through things that even you yourself do not know about. And you find that, your child's mind is everywhere. It's not settled. And because of those, your child is now going to behave in a different way. Your child is going to react in a different way. Your child is going to be, so sad, so angry, and so, mad at everything. And you're wondering, what happened? All this, according to me, I say, is the environments in which you have put your child through that are going to determine how your child is going to come out. What have you been telling your child? Where have you allowed your child to go? What platforms has your child been to? And you might say that you don't have control over that, but actually you do. Your child from a very young age, you should be able to have laid down structures that your child will be able to fall through as they are going through life. Tell them that this is wrong and this is right. And don't be afraid as a parent to talk. Tell them this is sex and this is not, these are sexual activities and these are situations that are going to lead them to those sexual activities. Tell them that kissing is wrong. Tell them that hugging anyhow is wrong. Tell them that, being in environments where you're just you and another, person who is of the opposite sex is wrong. Let your child know and let your child learn how to do these things to control themselves. Teach your child to take responsibilities. Teach your child that, their past does not determine their future. Teach your child that life is unfair and not everything that they're going to face is going to be actually in their favor. They're not going to get everything that they want to get in life. Let them know scarcity and let them know abundance. Let your child know that they're safe, that they can come to you with whatever problems that they have and you'll be able to help them. Let your child know that they have a right to certain things and they have no right to other things. Let them know that there are things that you don't compromise on. Respect. You don't go compromising on respect. And that's why you'll find that your child is disrespectful at home and they come to school and they want to carry the same disrespect to their teachers, and that's how you find them going to be suspended. Let your child know that not everything they see is everything that they're going to do. Let your child know how to control themselves and how to control their emotions and how to contain themselves in situations that are toxic. Because the first person who should have influence over your child is you. Let your child's mind think clearly. Let them, have thoughts that are, that are saved. Have thoughts that are good thoughts. And when they get all these bad thoughts, they will actually be able to tell the difference. Because when your child doesn't know what is good or what is wrong or what is right, they're just going to be falling into traps from different people because, they don't have a backing, they don't have somewhere they can go through, like a manual that they go through and see that, okay, so this and this and this is wrong, which means if someone is asking me to do this, according to this, it could be wrong also, it could be right also. You might not have actually taken your child and trained them on the specific situations that are going to arise, but by knowing what is right and wrong, they'll be able to see through these situations and tell someone no, and tell someone this is wrong and this is not what is supposed to be. So your child is undergoing a lot. Like this child who came to my office after so much, discussions with the child, she was like, my parent is a second wife and she's pressuring me to do my best so that I can be able, to attain the standards of this other family. So the competition of the mother with this first family is affecting the child to a point that she feels that she's letting her mother down, she's letting her family down. So much has been put on her to the point that she feels like she's now breaking from the pressure that is, being mounted on her. So I told her, you go live your life. Don't live your parents' life. Don't be in competition with anyone. You just go, shine as a person. And when you shine as a person, whatever else is being mounted on you will just, come out. You will come out as the best. And when you are the best, maybe, who knows, something else might change. And as I conclude, I'm just asking parents to please know that your child is struggling with so much. Don't be one of those barriers. Your child is struggling with peer pressure. Your child is struggling with alcoholism out there, sexual activities out there. Christianity is being mounted on this. So many funny Christian beliefs are being mounted on your child. Be that safe space. Once your child has struggled out there, let them be able to come to you and explain to you what has happened to them, and you are able to see them through, talk to them, advise them. Don't be that person who your child is afraid of. When somebody's hurting your child out there, they cannot come to you because they know that you are equally going to hurt them in a way or another, and blame them and see them, judge them and all that. So be that safe space where your child can come to. And my final prayer is that we as parents, let God help us and let God help our children, because we've been through a lot and we've suffered a lot to raise our children in this world, and I couldn't want to see anybody's child perish. Let us just, do the best for our children and let God do the rest. Whenever we cannot reach, we pray that He reaches there and He guides our children through. And that is just my humble prayer. Please don't forget to subscribe as we go, as we dig deeper into this and try to find the best ways to help our children. I hope to see you in our next episode. Have a nice day.